Alright, what I'm showing you here is your first, what I'm doing is taped it down. Those are your 26 millimeter marks. And we're going to deal with those first. I'm going to show you just on one axis. What we're going to do now, we'll add the 1.5, the B point away. What we're going to do there is, since you're working the way you're working, that's your A mark, your B mark will be above. And we're going to close that way. So we're going from east to west the way you're wrapping. So we're going to take the first mark and move it down 1.5 right here. Alright, now we got the 1.5 mark in there. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. And of course I marked the butt of the rod is going that way. Tip of the rod is this way. As you can see, the 1.5 mark to the left of the original mark. Better focus. There we go. There we go. So there's the tip of the rod. It's up this way. That was your original mark. Your new B mark. Original mark, your B mark. So that way your pattern will go towards your tip, the way you're wrapping. I gotta scream just because we're on this. I think the voice part is on the other side anyway. I'm gonna show you real quick. But since you're already wrapping already, we'll see how we do. Alright, this is gonna hit the A mark, which is there, 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 and there. Okay? And the butt down here. You tape off this side. Come back. We're going to hit the same spots. Okay, and that's one axis. And you're going to do that a couple more times. Anyway, that's your first spot. I kind of missed it a little bit, but that's no big idea. That's not a problem. You're just going to adjust that later. Well, now we're going to start with the B. You did your first pass of the A. Now you're going to start with the B. We're going to hit, first we'll hit that outside mark there. Well, you can't see it yet. There. Okay. And we'll continue on. Hit all the other points. This is your B point. And you're going north because the way you build. Okay. This is the first step of the B part. Because this is a box. This is not an X. The white was an X. Okay. Now we got to continue the box. And the box now will be on the outside of the white thread. See how good that comes out. You can see I'm on the outside of the white thread now. Continue on. I'm coming back up the blank on the outside of the white thread. And I'm trying to do this as good as I can with a camera in my face. Okay, so there you got what you should start. You're starting. Now you're going to work. We'll come back with the A. And I didn't tie it off. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm going to start the second pass. The second of 6 passes of A. And I'm going to stay in the inside of that black box against the white. Can you see that? Because I can't. Again, now you're coming back up the blank. You're staying inside that black box up against the white because your white pass. I'll tie it off. So now that's your second pass, second of 6. Now we will do the black again. This time the +1 comes into factor. You will use 2 threads instead of 1. And then after you do your white again, then you're going to come back with 3 threads of black. And continue adding a thread of black after every pass. So now I'll use 2 threads of black. Now I'm going to use the 2 threads of black. Again, I'll stay with the outer B part. You're wrapping out, so you will stay outside the thread. Working back up the blank, same thing. Stay outside the thread. Working with that secondary marking. And now, to continue that box, you have to go on the outside of the other mark that was the A, the outside of that white. Continue with the 2 thread. As you can see there, I'm on the outside of the white. That box gets wrapped out and continue down the blank. Then same thing, coming back up the blank, you will stay on the outside of that box. Only when you, after you have completed up and down on the black on the box on both sides, then you can continue with your back to your white. So that's what you should have now. After about the 3rd pass, then you can get your little funky tool and start pressing in that and packing up those threads together. You know, it's best, you know, to wait a little bit until you develop the pattern before you start packing too much. Then you can start pulling and pushing and create your pattern. I'm going to go load this up so you can get an idea. You just continue on until you get your 6 passes of white, and you continue with the +1 on your black. You might end up with probably 8 passes of black before 8 threads at one time. You can try to figure that one out.